Welcome friends, welcome to the Global Videos channel, and I am your host Asim. In today's project I am going to show you something really interesting. So in today's project I am going to use some water splash effects and to work on it and put it in some watermelon slice to change its color, its theme, and of course the shape of the picture, for example. So in today's video you are going to learn something really interesting, and you can also learn how to put this aqua effect, for example, in another picture. For example, you can put it in your different projects or different pictures just by simply using the tools and the way I have used in this picture. So as you have seen that in preview picture, how the color, size and specification of the picture has been changed by using different tools. So I hope that you are going to like the video today. It's quite interesting, and for that please watch the whole video, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel so that you will get the notifications for our upcoming videos and you can learn a lot. So as in earlier videos I have been trying to make you learn something different, so this project is similar to them. I have bought a new thing for you in this project and I have tried to put some different effects. So let's go to video and I will show you how I have done that. Let's go. So friends, as I told you earlier, that today I'm going to show you how to put aqua effects in your picture or slice of a watermelon, and how to just merge its edges and different things. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to open a new page, new project page. So you need to simply go in file, and then just you can start from here, or you can simply press Ctrl N, and after that you are going to have some specifications for your page, like how much resolution or size of the page do you want to select. So it's already selected, and if you don't know about these specification, I have told early in one of my video about what all of this is. So just simply go to the video and just watch what it is, so it will be easy for you to learn. You can either select the selection, keep size of the project from here. You can just choose pixels, centimeter, millimeter, or whatever you want. So as right now I am using 18 width and 15 height inches of the project. So just I have already opened the window, so I don't need to press create because it's going to open another window over here. But I already have a project open. This was just a demo to show you how you can just make a new project and start a new screen. So I will just simply close it now, and after that what you have to do is you have to go to tools here, for example, and from here I will suggest you to select the gradient tool. As you have seen that I have selected the gradient tool, and you have to just go here in the gradient editor, for example, and just select this preset here up. You can see that there are different designs here, different presets, so I'm gonna select this one for my project, and this marking on the lower side of the color, you have to move it to the edges. Okay, so now I will click on this edge to make a specific color number. So it's, yeah, so I will just gonna copy it again, because I have to do the same thing here on the right edge of the color. So you can see that it's been selected to 79 ADB, AVD9, and this middle color, so I need to change it as well, for example. So I'm just gonna select the white one over here. As you can see that there is a huge uh, mixture of the color. You can see it's in the middle white and the edges are going to be blue. So if I want to increase the color strength to the center. So I'm just gonna simply move the color from the edges. This color stop, I'm gonna move it, and you can see here smoothness are you can just also type what type of color you want to select in this image. You can just go in selection here and then choose it. So simply do it OK. So now you can see here that selection has been made in gradient tool. So simply I will use one corner of the picture and drag it to others, and you can see that that color has been implemented to the screen. So if you further want to increase or decrease its strength, for example, you can just simply go here and you can make the color size. You can just change its strength or whatever you want. For example, from here you can move it up and down. So just this will affect the color if you want to change it, if you want to increase its strength, its warmth, or something else. So I'm just gonna keep it for my project, the color you can see on your screen. Or if you want to increase a little bit strength in it, so for example I want to go move it a little bit higher. So this one was for one side, and the other side if I'm going to increase it as well, so I'm going to move it also. You can see that it's been a specific difference in the colors here. So simply OK. You can see that the edges are more strengthened than before, and OK, and simply drag it again over from one corner to the other one, and you can see that it has been changed to a little bit more darker. So now what you have to do is, I have already saved some of the pictures here. Let's select one of these. I'm gonna select this picture on the screen. As you can see that it has already selected the picture, and transformation tool is also applied on it. So if you don't know what is transformation, just check my old videos. I have also placed some description with those projects about transformation and different things. So simply do enter, and now I have to move the corners from this picture, for example. So I'm just simply going to use, you can do the selection tool and then remove it, or you can either use the eraser tool or magic eraser tool. For example, if I'm going to use magic eraser tool, then you can also remove these edges. You can see that I have just removed it in one click. So now, so I'm gonna do transform again. As you have seen that the edges have been removed, so it's simply the melon itself. So white background has been removed from the picture, as you can see that. So the edges have been removed from here. So now you can see as well that there is a little bit background on the screen. So we are just gonna keep it like it for now. So, and the next step what I have to do is make another selection. For example, you can see here, you can select either this has selected all of the pictures, so I don't need that basically to select all of it. So you can just simply remove the undesired part of it, or for example if you want to do magic selection tool, you can also use it. So it's going to select only some specific parts. As you have seen in the picture, you can just use the delete button, for example, from your screen to remove all of this selection. As you have seen in the screen that the selection has been removed, and the remaining parts, for example, you can also use the eraser tool for that. I'm not going to use a magic eraser tool, the simple eraser tool, but for that you have to select the other parts of the image as well. And I'm going to make a whole selection. For example, it's much easier for me to remove these unwanted parts of the picture. For example, as you have seen there that the inner part of this slice has been removed. So these edges, for example, now this is not required in our project. As you can see, this light red color, for example, if you don't want to have it on your project, I will show you now how you can remove it. So simply what you need to do is just make a selection. So you can use either a magic selection tool, so or you can also use just normal quick selection tool as well. So it's going to help you. It's going to work much easier and much faster. So as you can see that I have made the whole part of this slice in a selection. So now what you have to do is you have to merge the color. This color, what you can see on the screen, this one, the red color, reddish color, you have to change it to the blue so that it cannot affect much on in our project's color balance system. So for that, simply I'm going to use the brush tools, and as you can see that the selection has been automatically made. If not, then you can choose here, as you can see, the tip, and then you can choose the background color. For example, it will automatically select the color, and you can just change its opacity and smoothness to your required level. What level do you want? I'm going to zoom it a little bit more so that this brush effect could be seen more clearly. So you can see that I'm going to remove this unwanted red part of the picture. So I will keep putting this color on the rest part of the slice. As you can see in the picture, it's removing the red part of picture. You can see that almost most of it has gone. So simply what you need to do is again go in the brush tool and just put it over and over again. If you see any more distortion in the color, for example, you can just change the opacity, and you can also again use the tool, as you have seen on the screen that so I have made a whole selection. Let's see which parts are remaining. As you can see, there are some parts of the picture are still reddish, so I will use the brush over and over again. So it's better to make a selection and then use it. For example, go it over again here. So you can see that almost all of the color, the red color, which was unwanted in this project, it has removed from the picture. So now just zoom out and you can see that it has been removed. So simply I will do the transformation tool, for example, for the selection. As you have seen, I am just going to change a little bit its size. As you see that there is a little bit this shadow of the picture, so we are just going to keep it for now. And so as you have seen that we have removed all the unwanted color and unwanted parts of the picture. So now what you have to do, I have some other pictures here. For example, I'm going to use this water splash effect in the picture as I have dragged it. So you can see that the transformation tool has been already applied. So first of all, I will increase the edges. As you can see that their edges have moved from one side to another one. So I'm just going to put it as to my required ratio. So as you can see, if I am moving it directly freely, so it's moving or increasing its size horizontally and vertically. So I don't want that. I want to move some part of it. So I'm just going to use the distort button, and I will move the picture according to the required value, for example. So here you can see that I have moved it, and simply I have to do enter. For example, now I don't want this white part of the picture, so you can make a selection from quick selection tool or magic selection tool. I'm going to use magic selection tool to remove it faster, and then you need to do simply you need to go in eraser tool here, and you can also use magic eraser tool. It will click remove the white color in just one click. As you have seen that it's gone, the white color what was unwanted. And now I am still using this eraser tool, for example, to remove the other unwanted part of the picture which have been added to this picture, as you can see. So simply I will just decrease some opacity so that the picture, the white, the color from the water and the color from the background should be same, so that it will not much affect the color of picture. So as you can see that I have changed the opacity from here, and there is a specific difference between the picture, between the water and background picture. You can see that. So now simply what you need to do is decrease a little bit more opacity so that it will not be much difference between the colors. So you can see that it's almost the same color. So I'm gonna put it like this here, for example. So simply use the eraser tool. So basically you can make a selection over here, for example, as we did earlier. Because these pictures are going to be merged together, you can simply use this eraser tool, or you can also make a quick selection tool. For example, you can also make a quick selection in the picture. For example, as you can see here, it's been selected. So if you are going to remove any part of it, so it's just not going to affect anymore the background. So as you can see that I have made a selection. This is basically because the colors of both images are same now. That's why it's just not making a proper selection and selecting all part of the pictures. So I'm just going to do again, for example, a selection and use starting work on the layer, for example, which we have implemented on the basic picture of the basic the background, for example. As you can see in the picture, that most unwanted part of this implemented water layer has been removed from it. So if you will zoom it out, you can see that it has been removed from the main picture. And after that, for example, you can always make a change in opacity, just increase or decrease it. So it's up to you how much do you want to keep the opacity level. So we are just simply going to make a copy of the layer, for example, so that your work will not be disturbed if you are implementing any external thing on it. You can see that we have made a background and then slice, and then the part of slice we have unwanted things, we have removed it like really successfully, for example. And then we have implemented a water layer on it, and you have seen that we have also wanted remove the unwanted part of that layer in the picture, for example. So these edges which, for example, you feel that they are not matching the color level of the background and the implemented picture, you can always adjust it, and how I'm going to show you further about that. So now in this project we have to have some seeds, for example, to complete it. As you have seen in the picture that I have implemented another picture on it, you can see that. So and now I will just simply use the lasso tool to select it. You can do that, or you can also use a quick selection tool, for example. So I'm just going to work on one of the seeds, for example, and making copy of it. I'm simply going to copy it, for example. You can see that I have copied it, and now I don't need this layer anymore. So I'm going to remove the layer, and you can see that I have pasted this seed what was copied before, and simply I'm going to make another copy of the layer so that it will not be affecting the whole of the picture, for example. As you have seen that there are two seeds, so I'm just going to delete this one, or you can just leave the first one here and copy the layer. And you can see that there is another seed what is in front of me. I'm going to select it, and then you have to modify a few things. For example, you can see that smoothness, it should be 6, or you can choose it according to your project. Expansion is 3 pixel, okay, that's fine. And after that, for example, you can see that uh, contract, it's 3 pixels, so I'm going to make it again 3. So you can see that now what we have to do, the next step, simply go to color balance. You can see here on the window here is the colors option. So balancing option, basically you can go in the color balance, and you can see as we need in this situation the blue color or sky blue color. So we are going to here move it to the bluish side, and the other side also. So you can see that it's increasing the strength in the color and decreasing some white effects. So you can also use the levels option from here, for example, to increase or decrease the levels. So basically if we are going to remove all the layers and also background, so it will be simply working on this seed. So you can adjust the levels from here. Now we are going to see that what effect did it do on our recent pictures. We are going to do Control Z and select all of these, for example. For now, you can see that the picture is in original shape and just not these seeds. So just unselect all these layers. Just one seed is left here. For example, if you want to change anything in this seed, if you want to increase any color system, any strength in it, so you can do it from here. For example, I'm going to move its darkest side to the brighter a little bit, and you can also make some further changes from here. As you have seen that I have made different changes in the color. So now you can also go in curves, for example, and you can increase or decrease the strength of the seed. So I'm simply going to uh, decrease it a little bit, as you have seen that, so that there will be a specific change in the color, as you have seen. So now what you have to do is simply you need to just implement all these layer back, and including background, for example. So this seed, for example, I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to remove it. But the other one, what I was working on before, simply do Control T transformation, and you can increase or decrease the size of seed. What you have it over there, you can see that just by pressing Control T, the transformation tool has been applied again. So friends, as you have seen that I have just move this seed here, and now what I have to do is simply to change the color difference between the slice and this water splash layer what I have implemented in this picture. As I have earlier told you that if there is a color distortion, how to fix it. So I'm just going to select the background layer, for example this layer, and watermelon layer what I'm working on it, and simply what I'm going to do is just use a brush tool over it. For that you can also use the color adjustment, so I'm going to match it with the background color. So I have done it, and you can always change the color setting from here, for example, and you can always change and choose the opacity level and different effects. So I'm just simply going to drag it over here. As you have seen that it has changed a lot the color of it. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to work on this curve, the on this layer, for example. As you can see that I have made a selection on it, and simply I'm going to also apply this brush color on it. And when I want to make a further selection here, so I just need to press Alt from my keyboard, and then it's going to make a copy of it and drag it away. As you can see that I have made a copy of it. Just press Alt from your keyboard. So I'm using right now Windows, so from Windows it's Alt button, and it can be different on iOS, so you just need to find it out. So for now, as you can see that I'm just making copy of the seeds layer, as it's making different copies for the project. So you can see that our project has been completed, and there is a significant change in the picture than the picture what we started with. So I hope that you have liked the video today, you have liked our project today. I have tried to make you learn something different, which is not usually quite common, for example, I can say. So if I hope you have liked our videos, and if you like the project today, please share it with your friends. And for more interesting videos, please keep watching our channel and subscribe the channel if you haven't done it yet. So thank you very much for your cooperation. Keep watching global videos.